Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Darius Burgan, and in this video we're going to talk about how to get a digital marketing job in 2018. I'm on my way to the office right now, so I'm going to head to the office, do a little bit of work, and then we'll get into it. Yo, it is freezing cold out here. This wind crazy, man, crazy. Alright guys, so I just came back from Chipotle getting some a chicken bowl. Got that right over there. And I want to give you guys some tips and kind of tell you how to get a digital marketing job in 2018. So getting a digital marketing job in 2018 is very similar to how it was in 2017. In fact, it's almost identical. And what I mean is, I made a video last year just telling you how to get a digital marketing job. And a lot of the same rules apply. But I think in this video, I'll be a little bit more specific on things you should do. In the video last year, I said you need to go out and make projects. Like, education matters, but only in the sense that you need to know what you're doing. Like, you need to be knowledgeable about SEO or paid search or social advertising, whatever aspect of digital marketing you want to get into. You need to be knowledgeable in that. You don't need a degree. I don't have a degree. You don't need to go to college or anything like that. But you need to work on your own stuff. You need to work on your own projects and have experience doing things. Without experience, you're kind of, even if you come straight out of college, you're kind of just winging it. And that's going to be rough, because when you go to do interviews or anything like that, without those specific examples of things you've done or things you've tried to do, the interviewer is just going off the fact that either you have an education, a college, a degree or something like that, or you don't. And that's not going to put you in a good position, especially if you're going against someone like me, where I don't have a college degree, but I can show you tons of examples showing that I know what I'm doing. I can get results, and I can make your business better than how I found it. If you're just starting out in digital marketing, I would recommend that you learn the basics. So learn things like just title tags, meta descriptions, learn a little bit about internal linking, learn the difference between the redirects, learn the importance of your heading tags, a lot of on-page stuff. Learn that, because I found that if you learn that stuff, you can get an SEO job doing the grunt work. There's always things that an SEO could be doing, but they don't have the time. They can log them and just make a task in Asana or whatever your task management system or project management system is. They can always make a task for it, but they won't always have time to do it, especially when there's more pressing issues. So I learned that if you know the basics, you can get an SEO job doing the grunt work. That'll allow you to get practice and experience. You won't make a lot of money, but you'll get practice and experience, and you'll also be able to learn from someone who's probably more experienced than you. I recommend, if this is your first SEO job, to go into a medium to big size agency. There's always a battle between going the agency route and going in-house. If you're in-house, you'll probably make more money. You'll probably be treated a little bit better, and you'll have more flexibility. But in an agency, you learn faster because you're surrounded by people who do similar things to you or the exact same thing, and usually there'll be someone there more experienced than you. And you'll get experience in different industries or just different businesses in general. You'll get to see different website structures, different platforms, different guidelines if you're in certain industries where you have compliance issues and things like that, whether it's legal or just industry based. you will have like those different things, and they'll help you. Like going to an agency, specifically a medium to large size agency, as your first SEO job or digital marketing job will be is crucial, because you don't want to go to a small agency. And you'll see in this video I'm talking a lot about SEO, mainly because that's like my main portion at my current agency. I help out with paid search, and I was handling a little bit of paid search before we hired someone specifically to do that. But yeah, this goes for all digital marketing. I don't want to make this just an SEO video, but the reason you don't want to go to a small agency is that you'll likely it'll only be you and someone else, and it's hard to know if the someone else knows what they're doing unless they're getting good results. And then even then, especially when you get into SEO and paid search, and a lot of paid search is or just paid advertising in general, a lot of it depends on like your workflow and how you like to organize things. So there's usually no right or wrong, as long as you're getting good results and you're not overlapping too much and things like that. But in SEO, you can do a lot of wrong things and get good results for a short term, and then your results tank long term. So it's hard to know if like the other person, if you're only working with one other person, or if you're the only SEO, it's hard to know if you're doing the right things if you don't have experience doing this before. So that's why I say go to a medium to large size agency. After you've done like the agency side, I would definitely recommend going in-house. It's just easier, it's less stressful, and you get to just apply your knowledge and your SEO or your paid search skills on one specific company. A little bit more advice too is I would recommend you, like if you have never done any type of digital marketing, just start your website immediately. Just go learn how to use WordPress, a self-hosted version of WordPress. Get you a hosting, buy your domain, learn how that whole process works. Then create something. It doesn't matter if it's just your own brand. You can start a small little blog, a business, whatever it is. But like practice the things you learn on that blog or that website or business, and then document the results. Document what happens when you do X, what went wrong, what went right, things like that. Have all that documented so that when you do go to an interview, you'll be able to tell specific examples, and you'll be able to go on. You'll be able to, they'll ask you, when was the time you tried something and it didn't work, or when was the time you did some A/B tests and it didn't work, or what's your favorite tools and why, whatever. You'll be able to, whatever the questions is, you'll be able to give some specific answers, and you'll be able to give more than one. And if you can't answer a specific question, like you don't have experience with that, you can always say, I've never had to experience that specifically, but what I have had to experience, and then give examples of something very similar to that. Digital marketing is getting more and more competitive, especially because you don't need a degree, so it's a good field to get in if you want to transition into something. And the learning curve the learning curve is high because of the competitiveness, but it's not high for getting a job. There's a lot of people who get into digital marketing and they don't really know much. They didn't learn the basics, they didn't learn really that much, but they got lucky in the interview process, and they looked like they knew what they were doing. So it's a good industry to get into if you're trying to transition from any type of outside industry or whatever. Say you're like a carpenter, or you're into plumbing, or maybe you just do programming, or whatever it is you do. It's a good industry to transition into because it's a low barrier to entry. But honestly, getting a job in digital marketing is it's not difficult. If we're being honest, it's not difficult compared to some of the other types of industries that you can get into where you have to like know specific, like if you're in accounting and you want to be a CPA, like you got to have the credit hours, then you got to take the CPA exam, all that stuff. Or if you wanted to be a lawyer, you got to pass a bar or whatever. Or even if you want to be like a plumber or something, like you got to learn the trades, you got to learn that stuff. And it's not like you can just know the basics and get through, because not every situation is going to be the basics, if you get what I'm saying. And you always could work under someone and learn that. But digital marketing, if you want to get a job in digital marketing, follow these tips in the video. And I would look back at the one I did last year, because I talked a lot more about making your website and stuff like that. Or maybe, I don't know if it was a lot, but I talked about that too. So I definitely will watch that so you can just be as informed as possible. But yeah, getting a job in digital marketing is not the hardest thing in the world. There's a lot of things harder than that. And I definitely recommend you start with the basics. But once you learn the basics, get as advanced as you can. And yeah, you'll have a job in no time. and a lot of people will ask this question I see on like Reddit and things like that. If I had to estimate when you'd get a job from the time you start learning digital marketing to the time you actually got hired, I would say that you would be able to get a job within a year, easy, if you actually go through and you actually do things on your own. You learn the basics, experiment on your own website, experiment using your own money, using your own time, and then can show that you can get some type of results, or that you just know enough SEO to do the grunt work. You'll get a job easy. It won't be the highest paying job for sure, but you'll get a job in that industry, and I mean, that transition is done. You'll be able to work and learn and keep improving your resume. So guys, that is how you get a job in digital marketing in 2018. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If there was something in this video you wanted me to cover that I didn't cover, let me know, and I'll try to just make a follow-up video covering that specific question. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm going to post more digital marketing videos, just tips, tools I use, things that I do. I don't think I do everything correct, so I feel like a lot of you guys might have suggestions, and I'll just try to guide you. If you're not in digital marketing, I'll try to help you see either why or why you shouldn't get into digital marketing. And if you are in digital marketing and you just want a friend, somebody to just talk about different strategies and things with, I'm always here. So please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.